No, refreshed it. It's not coming up. There, live.
You got it.
No, it was live for 17 minutes.
May Christ.
No, it was live at 17 minutes.
Was it? Well, can you not see the new one?
Go on. Oh, there we are.
You got it?
Yep, got them on it.
Whose terror scares away the foul throngs, make with me a strong covenant. Was God's lesson instructive? Was God's lesson instructive?
Do all the priests in Winchester have this same skill for drama? You risk your life, Alfred King.
I have invited you here to speak on equal terms. Do the Dane laws of hospitality not apply in Wessex? I have invited you here to speak on
You gifted my Jarl to that whelp from the Order of Ancients, the warrior Fulke.
Fulke was an enemy of Wessex. But it seems someone has already removed her threat from my lands.
If you did not hear it was me, you have now.
Impressive. The Order of Ancients has surely been crippled by her loss.
How much do you know of this order?
Only this and little more.
How much do you know?
This letter, signed by one who calls himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ, warns of a plot against my life. Signed by one who calls himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
The gallows, the quill, the Sikhs. 3 men eager to kill you.
2 now. The Bishop Aelfirth is dead. He was the Sikhs, so far as I can tell.
And a humble servant of your guard. That must sting.
Still, his death has strengthened Christian fellowship in Winchester. I pray the deaths of his colleagues will do the same.
You have faced warriors like me many times before, and many times you have lost or been cheated. Why trust me now?
I have men in London and Jorvik. Men who send me reports on the rise and fall of the tides of war. Not long ago, men and women of some influence were murdered in those places. In oddly specific circumstances. When I received this letter from our poor fellow soldier, it did not take long to work out why. I don't know your motive, nor what you hope to gain. All I ask is that you finish the work you have begun, before these fallen souls infest England further.
I should let the Order kill you. It would speed our conquest of England.
You may remove the organs of state. The cancer will remain.
Then promise me a reward I can sing about. A healthy king's weight in silver.
Very well. As much as you can carry. This morning, my reeve, Goodwin, was not at his post.
A man you trust.
Goodwin was following the clues given in this letter when he disappeared.
Where was he last seen?
At his house, by the West Gate. You may find something there. Eivor, compose yourself while you are my guest. My city is not a battlefield.
Not yet, great king, but the day will come.
My city is not a battlefield. Not yet, but the day will come.
Meow. Meow.
I need to find this Reeve, Goodwin.
I've got the voice on her.
Yeah.
Ote conspecto hominum quale lex.
The hell?
That's by accident.
Give me Alfred's jewel, you damn scoundrel! We have already paid for it!
Yeah, but for Valkyrie.
Guards sniffing around. So where would they have taken him?
Well, you don't know how this can be it.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that? Wait, what?
I have no idea.
That's sick. How cool that looks, kind of.
It looks like that person from Lord of the Rings.
That's how you want.
No, not that, no.
Hmm?
That one.
What?
No, not that, no.
What do you want? You want this?
No.
You don't want the Valkyrie set?
That one there, yeah.
This?
Yeah. That one there, yeah.
He was selling part of the Valkyrie at one point. It's quite cheap for a set.
The one I was going to get there was 2,000. The whole entire bundle thing.
Mm-hmm.
There was 2,000.
Why does that look so sick?
This one is bad.
Huh? What colour?
Yeah, myself.
Let me turn that off.
Yeah, myself.
Oops.
Turn that off.
Mm-hmm.
I want that moose.
papers thrown in the fire. Goodwin covering his tracks. Other guards destroying evidence. Papers thrown in the fire. Covering his tracks. Other guards destroying evidence. Go.
Yeah!
I need your eyes, my friend. Broken bowls, food scattered. They took him by force. There must be a garrison in the city. A violent struggle with the guards. They must have taken him to Winchester's garrison. This place is heavily guarded.
Hey, now! Go! You can't outrun me! Christ is surely with us. So slow! Get in there! outside, idiot!
Help! Help! Felling trees, chiseling rock from the earth, and for what? To
I
build
was
more
starving.
prisons for
My
men
baby
who
son
steal
starved to
apples.
death. Would you not steal to save your child?
I'm looking for the reed.
Selwyn? That bastard said I stole an apple. You'll see me hang for it.
Not Selwyn. Reed Goodwin was arrested not long ago.
That's as funny as a dose of the pox. Seems no one is free in Winchester.
The prisoners might know something. Thick walls and thicker guards. A place to keep a valuable man. Thick walls, thicker guards. Must be blocked from the other side. Selwyn ordered executions for petty theft and mudslinging. A husband and wife, to be carried out soon. Reeve Selwyn ordered executions for petty theft and mudslinging. A husband and wife. Evidence against the Order of Ancients. Stolen from Goodwin?
A Dane in Winchester. These are strange times.
King Alfred sent me, pleading from his bended knee to find someone.
I know Alfred well enough to spot a bloody lie when I hear it. If he did send you, he was standing tall and proud.
That he was, and you are the man I've come to find, Goodwin. Do you know why?
If I had one guess, to find these heretics from the Order of Ancients, and bury them so deep, even God would need a shovel.
So where do we start digging?
My research should help us. If they haven't burned it already, it'll be somewhere nearby.
I have your papers here, taken from the captain of this keep.
A marvel. History will name you the Protector of Winchester. A pricking irony.
And not lost on me. Now let us go before they discover their eel has slipped the hook.
Let's regroup beyond the walls! On! Pay for your sins!
I am grateful for your help.
It is a brazen move to arrest Alfred's favorite Reeve.
This so-called order are nothing but deviled shit peddlers.
Shit peddlers who have wormed their way into every crevasse of your country. They are dangerous.
I didn't catch your name, did I?
Eivor of the Raven clan. Scourge of Mercia, if that name does not rattle some recognition.
Well, Eivor, when our three heretics smolder on a heap of ash, we'll down a cup of ale together and share our distaste of Mercians like old friends.
Alfred believes at least one is dead. Your Bishop Aelfirth was the sixth.
Bugger. Half of Winchester is in mourning for that nun-groper.
One calls himself the Quill. Are words his weapons?
There were rumors of letters nailed up around Winchester. It may be that one of these can tell us more.
The gallows. What do you know of him?
Must be another Reeve, I'm sure of it. Only we have the power to mete out justice. and this one would walk with cocksure righteousness.
Is Selwyn a name you know? He seems to have judged and executed many for little more than stealing ale and bread.
Of course. That hedge pig has brought down laws like a hammer on Winchester, executing sinners on spurious charges in the square.
Could it be another?
He's the man. He's the only one who fits. End his terror, Eivor.
Oh, I'm talking in the video again. Yep. Wonderful. What?
Good people of Winchester, open your eyes. See how Alfred's lofty ideals are weighed down in this mire of human effluence. These prisoners before you do not live by Alfred's laws. They live above them. They wallow in shit, only guided by their own perversity. Hubert here, his wits addled by ale, spoke false of Bishop Aelfirth, our pious servant of Winchester, who even now lies cold in his grave shroud.
Aelfirth was no man of God. He'll burn for his sins.
Your wife is obeying shrew, Hubert. Is there a man here who has not supped rancid mead from her cup?
When will your work be done, Selwyn? When all of Winchester falls to your justice?
Winchester has passed judgment, Hubert. May God have mercy on your cankerous soul.
There are rats in the grain store, and Alfred has set the trap. You cannot steal and be welcome at our hearts. You cannot slander and keep your tongue. You cannot walk freely through our streets, mocking our laws, our king's edicts.
And so I ask, who has the right to determine the fate of the perverse, if not the goodly people of Winchester? I am but your humble servant.
Perverter of justice. Who dares execute the king's noose?
It is not in Alfred's name that you carry out your work. You are the Order's executioner.
You peer through the veil, but you do not see clearly. Alfred's laws are a slave's fever dream. He offers shit-soaked beggars a seat at his table, where the meek devour the strong. Who best to judge the fate of the wretched many, if not the strong and worthy few?
To protect your people, you must sheathe your hand in an iron glove. You grind your heels into the backs of freedmen, not those who deserve it.
The Order condemns all men to pain. For all men are but a shadow of the perfection we should know. The perfection of the Ancient Ones.
You are only a man, Reed. One dead branch on a fast-dying tree. I should meet with Goodwin, see what he has found on the quill.
Alfred, not do something!
Remain steadfast. Keep our wits about us.
I should meet with Goodwin, see what he has found on the quill.
That kind of was a great assassination, wasn't it? Oh yeah.
What? You die now!
Do you believe in God? Part of us that lives on with God after we die. His passings made me wonder.
Stretch your wings, Smith.
Like a young King Alfred. He'll crack his head like a fresh hen's egg. Go on, Ethelbert. It's yours for the taking. He's going to fall. Oh, my days, I can't look.
The cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Does Magister Batter not teach you the scriptures?
Magister Batter is a horse's dangles.
And here is the axe I used to swat a fly.
You have ventured from your burrow.
And you have plunged my city into chaos. I had hoped you would use the lessons of your subtler gods.
We have no subtle gods.
If the gallows is truly dead, perhaps we can allow cautious revelry?
We have no subtle gods.
If the gallows is true, perhaps we can allow cautious revelry?
I did only what I agreed to, Alfred. If your crown now weighs heavy, I would gladly take it from you. I did only what I agreed to.
Forgive my outburst. God sowed in me a passion, but English prose is an instrument long out of tune.
We all want better for our people, don't we, Abel? Yours and ours.
The quill remains. What do we know?
The decay of learning has been gentle in Essex. We enjoy the office of wise men, but we have neglected the study of wisdom.
The quill preys on this lapse.
Someone disagrees with your reforms, Alfred, and he is calling the children to arms.
Now we know why so many children scurry through the streets, feral and untutored.
I can talk to some, see where they lead me.
Good. Find me at the alehouse when you're done. And try not to scare the piss from any of them.
We Norse are the monsters of your Saxon mother's bedtime tales. I promise nothing. I see you, child. Come.
The bad Reeve, Selwyn. I saw you punish him in the square.
He hurt many people.
Yes. He hurt my mother to death. Then took her good luck charm. Perhaps you found it? A little carved tree. It is all I have to remember her by.
Such a sad story. Take this. Perhaps it will keep you off the streets and out of trouble.
For me? Oh, thank you.
Spry, little mouse. Will you lead me to your quill?
Heaven will swallow the smoke of Aelfred's pyre.
Very poetic. But he's going to be buried in the grounds of the minster.
Wat is Valhalla, Callum?
Stop struggling and give back that apple.
Apple? I didn't scrum on nothing. Get your hands off me, cow breath. No! Get off! Someone help me!
Gods be it! You'll set Winchester ablaze!
Roly-poly mutton man, you can't catch me!
Oh, God help me. I'd rather be shoveling dung in Malvern again.
Wait! Jump, Flea, jump! Stop it, you pumpkin! If he falls, God will punish you! He's going to fall! Oh, my days, I can't look! He's so brave, like a young King Alfred.
Oh, saints alive! Did you see that? God sent Esobert an angel!
Is it over? Did he fall? Oh, God's buttered crumpets! I never told him I loved him!
That stranger got it for him! Oi! That's cheating! Oh.
If I'd known it was that easy.
You would have done it yourself. Risked life and limb. But great men know the value of a champion. What will you do with such a treasure?
It's for her. It's all for her. So she'll finally notice me.
Athelflaed, what do you say to the sweet boy?
Thank you for the flower. It is very beautiful.
Now we are betrothed, and I will grow up to be a great king. And you will be my fair lady.
What say you, daughter? Do you think him a worthy suitor? He risked so much to declare his love. I will tell my husband the king you claim our daughter's hand. When you are a little older, of course. Come, dearest.
Noah's holy kettle! You actually gave a flower to the princess! And now we are betrothed.
It takes more than that. There's homes and hands and grunting, and then sometimes press.
You there, little cut purse.
Keep your beak out, Nosy! I'm starving!
There's hosing hands and grunting, and then sometimes praying. Oh God! Oh God!
King Esobert the First, Lee of Winchester.
Oh, hail! No to the Saxons!
Go, my eyes.
should mind your own beeswax.
Elwyn, is it? You wield fire like the flaming Jotnar.
It was burning when I found it. Hot days like this, things just go whoosh. Well? Oi! Wigbert! You great moon calf.
Hand it over, Alwyn. We saw your little shadow take it. What you looking at?
I'm not sure. Looks like an old lady's been rolling in shit with all the other ugly sows. A hog in a dress, maybe?
No clue what the fuck happened there. For some reason I almost tried to hit the bastard, he always managed to hit me. No clue what the fuck happened there. For some reason I almost tried to hit the bastard, he always managed to hit me. How is it going?
Sit tibi erit ipse benedictus.
Be my eyes, Sunan.
You again? You should mind your own beeswax.
Elwyn.
Well,
What?
I'm not sure.
That was much better.
that showed them.
That was much better.
Trouble seems to follow you.
And I wriggle out of it like a slippery eel. Why are you following me?
What is so important that you would risk his little neck for it?
Keep your sticky beak out of our business.
Whose business? The Quills?
Us? Working for the Quill? Shows what you know.
Is that so?
I am innocent as a lamb. They were the Quill's thugs and you killed them. Wouldn't want to be in your boots.
It sounds like you owe me your life.
This one's brave and strong. Might be able to help us.
So you're not working for the Quill?
We steal to stay alive and out of the Quill's clutches.
But you know where I can find him.
They come up from the sewers like rats. Go on, give him what you took. Maybe he can save us. Good luck, Dane. Try not to get maimed and all that.
What colour? Is it the girl with those children? Meow.
This speaker's annoying.
Hmm?
This speaker's annoying.
What's annoying?
Chat.
What, the speaking?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Himself 3 times.
What?
What do you see? I should watch out for a mousetrap.
I didn't get nothing today. There's never enough food. I'm always starving.
Hmm?
That's her! Dimwit Dane, didn't guess the Quill's a she.
Now, Elwyn. You have the wit that you and I possess. Most see the world in simpler terms, where we are the weaker sex.
A broodmare who preys on innocence, and you brag about strength.
How little you know. Defend your mistress!
No, it's Big Bob.
Come, child. Whisper what you've learned, and Mother will give you a treat.
Coward. Using children to spy and steal for your order.
To educate them. Give me a child until he is 7, and I will give you the man. Or woman. What use are letters when a child can only write his name in pig shit? Or wisdom in a woman when she cannot wield it beyond her heart? I taught little Alwyn so much more. Saved her from a life less worthy. She will find enlightenment in the Order, just as I did. If I could save them all, I would.
But you cannot. You have corrupted too many to save too few.
My order is the only way forward. It can quench our thirst for knowledge. If only Alfred's slave faith is defeated. And what would you sacrifice for infinite knowledge?
An immeasurable gift. Why refuse it?
Not their innocence. Not their innocence.
A pity. Non requiescat in pace.
Goodman said to meet him at an alehouse nearby.
I'm the little of this! Yes, please, fellas! No! Scar!
Puoi sorprendermi!
Yeah, definitely this overall set was so much better. Because that fire sword doesn't work without this armor set.
Okay.
It's a nice looking set, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite good.
What? You'll see for yourself. You think you can guzzle the grog? Prove it.
Yeah, I need close from you. Only close from you.
What?
Only close from you.
I can't know what you're saying.
Is this where Justice hides when she's tired?
Huh?
Hides? Splood, no. This is a wake, my friend. A celebration to ease the quill on her way to eternal damnation.
You heard.
Hilda's were not the only eyes in Winchester. My spies tell me stories of an avenging angel striking down the unworthy.
I've been called worse.
Be thou hail, Ealdorbanna. That's Life Destroyer in our dialect.
I sat easy with my kinsbane, old honey waves alive in my horn, and my eyes on the door, expecting my death, yet unafraid.
You're quite safe with me, Dane. For now. If the mead is fresh and the air is cool, you may often find a friend even amongst your enemies.
What does a reeve do exactly, besides sniff around the king's coattails for the scent of praise?
I enforce and interpret the laws here. Not man's, but God's.
Well, you can hear what I said.
The natural laws that move the world and hold it together.
Can you hear what I said?
No.
Well, if that keeps you busy.
I must thank you before the Ealdals.
What did you say?
By cutting the order down to size, you have given
I said I
England
need to get codes from you.
It must be a sour
Yeah,
apple to
codes.
swallow, knowing that you are the last of Winchester's enemies.
Are you sure the Sikhs is dead?
The bishop is dead, that's certain. And if the bishop was the Sikhs is dead. A transitive property of mortality, you see.
I do not believe it. Too much theatre in Winchester. Overwrought prayers and wailing women.
Well, you could pay your respects and see for yourself. The funeral is today.
If he rots, I will leave with my silver. But if he lives, there's work to be done.
Watch your step, Eivor. He'll be a hefty corpse in death. Alive, he'd be much bigger. Whether you find or make a corpse. Alive. Whether you find or make a corpse.
If you look closer, you can see stuff in them. Yeah, if you look closer, look, this is not a woman. He's got a helmet on to already see his face.
If the bishop is worm meal, then here should be the proof. Did you know Bishop Aelfred?
No, but I plan to write an epic poem of his grisly demise. Oh, poor Aelfred, scorched of face. All your woeful companions, bold, Bionid, weeping. Weeping as you are...
Sleeping.
Oh, yeah, perfect, yes.
A sad day for Winchester.
Maybe now God will reward us with a man who truly believes in him.
Such a grisly fate. Did you know Aelfred?
By reputation, I did. He was no friend of Alfred's. I once heard them quarrelling into Witten.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Makes no odds to me. But I'm sorry for Harriet. She cared so much for him. More than a sister should.
Do you not see? I am in prayer.
May we speak of your brother's death?
Have you no shame? Leave me.
I will leave you in peace, then. Are you the bishop's family?
God, no. Just here to make sure that impious bastard is actually dead. He bedded my wife, the randy bastard. God, no. Just here to make sure that impious bastard is actually dead. He bedded my wife, the randy bastard.
Did you know Bishop Aelfirth?
Barely. But can you still smell the burned flesh? It's rife across the whole graveyard.
Only his face was burned. That seems like a strange accident. And this corpse's build is slight, frail. Goodwin said Aelfirth was a brute.
Whoops. What? I sort of accidentally swung my sword.
Jesus!
Let's bleed you!
Why will you not leave me alone?
Enough of this cat and mouse. Where's your brother, the one they call the Sikhs?
He is a ghost now. But he will make himself flesh once more of the Witten. And Alfred will be king no more.
He means to kill Alfred.
Regicide? No. The king will step aside and Aelfirth will lead us all. Risen and resplendent as the Lord.
You are a damned fool.
The king will step aside and Aelfirth will lead us all. Risen and resplendent.
Who's on your way to sweat there? I surely live in your hair and I'll wait us away. What is shit?
The Sikhs must be hiding in the crowd, biding his time to strike at Alfred.
Not a priest, clerk, or abbot can turn the letter of their sermons from Latin to English. And how can we understand God's words if they are not spoken in our tongue? Aelfirth is dead, and we mourn him. But the foul deeds of the unrighteous are sown among our holy deeds, like cockles and tare in a field of wheat. Education, wisdom, enlightened thought. This will raise us above the sins of our fathers. These I will demand of the next.
How sweet is the shepherd's pipe when he calls his lambs to slaughter.
I was born to Christians in the northern wilds. My mother would cradle me beneath the stars and whisper, dove-like, God watches over you. Then your people came, and God fixed his stout eye as they slit her throat for a copper ring. No stars threw down their spears as barbarians smeared her blood through fields of broken wheat. God watched all, and I hated him.
It may be Alfred's god was testing you. A trial you failed.
Alfred's god is weak. Yet he would chain us all in his service, from our first breath to our death rattle. My order wishes to break these mind-forged manacles. I am the wolf in lamb's wool.
He takes on the role of a god himself. A worthy path to walk. A wolf is but a walking feast for ravens.
One more gift for you, Dane. A deadly truth, if you can find it. With my death, the Order will not die. It will only transform into something far worse for all of us.
Aelfirth will not cheat Loki's dread daughter twice.
I owe you my life.
An irony not lost on me, Alfred.
My king, we'll go by back streets to the Old Minster. Eivor may find us there when all has settled. My king, we'll go by back streets to the Old Minster. Eivor may find us there when all has
Aelfirth, my love! No! Curse you, Dane! My brother served God.
He was not a Christian. He abhorred your god.
But why strike him down? Have you no compassion for good men?
We both have more questions than answers. But if you know this key, perhaps we can help one another. Where is its home?
You treated me with kindness, but this damned Order, their machinations killed my brother, so the rest may rot. Take this key to the ruins beneath the Bishop's house. You may find answers there.
Oh, let's go turn around here.
Please, there must be some other purpose.
Where's nowhere, Dola?
Condemnabitur inconvenientes calciamente. Hey!
Hey, too hot for you.
Is this smart location?
Show me what lies ahead. Aelfir's sisters were true. I will find answers in the ruins. This must be it. The door to Aelfir's secrets. Send this to Hytham. He may make some sense of it.
Far into her, it's not shooting me here.
Everything they did was to undermine Alfred. She lied to me. There's nothing here of the Order. I should see Alfred for my reward.
What's your favourite thing about this game so far, Callum?
I have no idea.
What's your favourite thing about this game so far, Callum?
I'm gonna go off in a second then.
Yeah, same.
Once my controller's charged.
Come forth, Eivor.
Here is far enough.
When wrongdoers came to devour my flesh, these enemies stumbled and fell.
Have the laws of hospitality been thrown out, Alfred? I did exactly as we agreed.
That you did. But do not mistake necessity for friendship.
You are a man of your word, a man of God.
Indeed. By his example, I live my life. Goodwin?
Here is the only silver fit for one of your dragon boats. A reminder of Christ's sacrifice and our charity. Here is the only silver fit for one of your dragon boats. A reminder
This too I offer you. Live here among us in peace as a Christian, or die a pagan in a blood-soaked field. All you have to lose is life everlasting.
And if I choose neither?
He offers you hope, Eivor. A life of purpose, above and beyond this one. You'd be a fool to refuse.
Your reign will end, King of the West Saxons. Raven wings will beat until your throne tramples to dust.
You were wrong, Goodwin. This one is beyond saving.
You had your chance, damn you!
I did not want it.
You had your chance, damn you!
I did not want it. I will return to Hytham and Ranvi. They will want to know what happened here. I will return to Hytham and Ranvi. They will want to know what happened here.
Now fast travel.
Hi, Tabor.
I'm grateful to see Basim returned. There's so much more I wish to learn from him.
I cleared Winchester of the Order. Yet to do so meant working with King Alfred.
Your poor fellow soldier led you to the King of Wessex? How very strange. He, or she, is toying with you, it seems.
Keep this. It serves your cause better than it does my pocket.
Another one? You are certainly proficient. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have this. There is more to be done, Eivor.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
Oh yeah, can this the little boy you want? Hmm?
Good to
This
see
the little
you.
boy you want?
What do you have today?
Oh, for the thing, okay.
Yeah, these sort of parts here. No, rather surgical shit.
What do you have today?
Yeah, he's got his daily items and his weekly items.
I will see you later.
Solo.
It was not rubbish. I intended to use it.
Randvi, what is this?
Another dispute, I'm afraid, with Holger stirring the pot once again. Will you set in judgment?
Judgments are the burden of a Jarl. This is Sigurd's duty now.
He refuses to leave his quarters. Right now, you are the only noble fit for this.
I don't know. It is not my place.
Please. Only until Sigurd recovers his strength.
All right. Once more. Gudrun, Holger, come forward. You will state your cases, and I will hear you out and be as swift in my judgment as I am able. Gudrun, you may speak.
I have been robbed, Eivor. My property defaced. 3 days ago, I discovered some of my sailcloth missing. I scoured the settlement in search of it. Passing Holger's home, there I see it. Boldly displayed and worse, defaced, with scrolls and silly stories upon it.
Lies and slander!
Holger, quiet. You're well acquainted with the rules of this trial. Now, Gudrun, what did you do upon discovering your sailcloth?
I confronted him, demanding silver. For sil with Holger's inky scratching cannot be sold or bartered, can it? I ask only that I be paid for the property that was taken from me, yet he refuses.
So Holger took something that belonged to you and defaced it. Now you wish to be paid for the item. Do I understand?
That is right.
Holger, what say you in your defense?
Short days ago, I found a pile of mildew-stained detritus beneath the docks, and salvaged what I could. I wish to use it as a canvas, you see? As a conveyance for my latest works. The sailcloth was in such a state, and so obscured from view, I assumed it was refuse, abandoned goods.
I see.
My motives were honest, Eivor.
Would a thief be so brazen as to display the fruits of his crime? Hardly. Yet here she claims I have robbed and defaced her property, when all I took was rubbish left by to rot. Nonsense. My only crime here is that I gave something ugly and decrepit a bold new life.
I see. So you feel Gudrun disposed of something and now unreasonably seeks its return?
Exactly, yes.
All right, I have heard enough.
I might have profited from that cloth. Holger has all but robbed me of a future boon.
It was garbage. Yet now it's a part of something greater. If anything, I have increased its value. You ought to thank me.
Oh, I will thank you with the back of my...
Quiet! Let me speak.
Oh, I will thank you with the back of my...
Ooh.
After careful
Callum?
thought, it is clear...
Here you go,
What
Paul.
is this? What are you doing?
Holger
Really?
and Gudrun are at odds. I hope to find a resolution.
That duty is mine alone, Eivor. You know this. Stand aside.
You were not here, brother. Nor did I wish to bother you.
A sallow excuse for such a bold defiance. I hope you enjoyed it. Are you finished singing, my dear Skull?
My Jarl, as I was saying,
Stop! Enough! I have heard more than enough to render my judgment. For as long as I've known you, Holger, you have spun words into lies. You weaken the minds of children, and delude the minds of men. I've shown you too many years of tolerance. And rather than exist in grateful meekness as Holger the liar, you sink lower. You become Holger the thief, robbing a woman of her livelihood, all in the name of your stupid stories.
Sigurd, Jarl, no, that is not the...
This is the consequence of your actions. You will pay Gudrun the value of 30 sailcloths.
30 times? Surely you jest. That would ruin me, Sigurd.
Do I look like one to play pranks, Holger? Pay the fee, or be exiled.
Great, Jarl. If I may, I seek only compensation for a single sailcloth. The rest
30 times! In silver! That is my judgment.
Eivor, please. Does this not seem unfair?
Sigurd is our Jarl. His word is law, whether or not you agree.
You see?
Of course, my Jarl. As it must be. Forgive my defiance.
Really?
Thank you, Lord, for hearing us out.
See to it that judgment is
Well, here's the
carried
yo.
out
Callum, he's the
exactly
lead.
as I
He's in
said.
charge.
Should the need arise again, do not
This is a bit
fail to
unfair, though.
rouse me.
He's become such an arsehole, he is. Which one?
Pleasure
Sigurd.
to see you. I want to thank you for your judgment, Eivor. For stepping in when Sigurd would not, in spite of what happened.
Poor man. I've never known him to be so angry and reckless. Is that a side you've seen?
Rarely. There have been moments when he was distressed, worried, afraid. But nothing like this. Never, ever like this.
Let us do our best for him as we take care of our own. We are his best hope for healing.
If it is not too late. In the meantime,
Is the mission
we
over
press
yet?
on.
The Order in Winchester
Almost.
has been wiped out, but we are no longer welcome there. My contact was none other than King Alfred himself. The Order wanted him dead, so he fought back.
Alfred. The line between friend and enemy is a porous one.
There, now it's over, Callum. And I will end it with a pledge.
I want to see the Alliance map.
Now it's over, Callum. And I will end it with a pledge.
What transpires in Gloucestershire?
You may have noticed that Gunnar has disappeared from his forge. He has traveled to Gloucestershire in search of a wife.
A wife?
He is in love.
When did this happen?
When doesn't this happen with our dear, lovelorn blacksmith? But there is a bright side. He has asked you to join him.
Join his search for a wife?
And see that he does not make a fool of himself. I believe he thinks that your presence would bolster his image.
Join his search for a wife? And see that he does not make a fool of himself.
Basically wants a babysitter.
All right, I'll be Gunner's keeper, if only to bring him back in one piece.
Very generous of you. Make for the town of Gloucester. You will find him there.
And that is it.
Mm-hmm.
For 1 hour and 34 minutes.
I'll come off that.